If you search about music, you'll find people saying it's good and others saying it's bad. Everyone has their own opinion. There are also many studies going back and forth on this topic. It's a very controversial subject. Whenever someone talks about it, they tend to exaggerate either the harms of music or its benefits. But the truth isn't black or white. So what's the connection between your brain and music? And how does it affect your life? I'll go step by step with you, break everything down, and explain every small and important detail you need to know about this topic. I still remember the first time I searched about music on YouTube and Google. It all looked beneficial, but after digging deeper, I realized that was just the surface, and what's hidden is much deeper. I'll start with the positive effects of music on your brain, then we'll move on to what isn't so obvious. For now, I'll just lay the groundwork and give you a small idea about music. We have music on one side and your brain on the other, and between them is your ear. When music enters your ear, it's sent to a part of your brain linked to your mood, your emotions, and how you feel. Let me show you this video to explain it better. Right now, your feeling while watching this video is like someone is chasing our guy, or he's uncomfortable, because the music gives a certain uneasy vibe. Now I want you to watch the same video with me. It's the same video, but this time you get that feeling of motivation. You feel like our guy is training and it gives you a good vibe, even though it's the same video as before. Why? Because the music changed. This is the same thing that movies and series use. They make you feel a certain emotion based on the scene you're watching. And this connection between music and our mood can positively affect our lives. If in the morning the first thing you do is listen to happy music, you'll automatically feel good, and your day will start in a positive way. Or if something bad happens and you feel sad, listening to sad music can actually help you feel better. A study I read confirmed this. It explains that when a person is sad, talking to others often doesn't help. They may not understand. But when they listen to sad music, their brain feels like someone truly gets them, and the sad person experiences a comforting, positive feeling. At the same time, if you're training and listening to music, you train better. If you listen to upbeat music, it tricks your brain and makes you push harder. The same goes for studying or working. You can focus more and do more while music is playing. Plus, music is something beautiful when you combine it with something not so fun, like studying, working, or training. It turns that difficult task into something enjoyable. In short, these are the benefits of music in your life. That's what you'll find when you do a quick search about music. You'll see it's full of benefits and positivity. But that's just what's visible. What's hidden is much bigger. Now let's dive into your brain and see how it works, and how music really affects it. Music is like medicine with side effects. Imagine you have a toothache. You go to the pharmacy and buy a painkiller. That pill will calm the pain, but it can upset your stomach and has side effects. You think to yourself, I'll take the pill and deal with the stomach issues, or keep suffering from the toothache. The benefits outweigh the downsides. Music is similar, but unlike medicine, sometimes its side effects can be stronger than its benefits. How? Listen carefully. When I was a kid, I loved raising cats. I had one cat that I would feed only the leftover bits of food. After lunch, I'd give her the broth, sometimes potatoes, and even bread. Whatever I gave her, she would eat. It never caused any problem. When I got a little older, I raised another cat. By then, I had started working and earning some money, so I began buying proper cat food for her. Sometimes I even bought fish and took care of her more carefully. I'd still bring her bread and put it down for her, but she would sniff it, leave it, and then meow at me. At that time, I didn't really understand what was going on. Why this cat, unlike the first one, was so picky even though I was giving her more. Later, I realized that the brain of this cat, and most animals, works in a way similar to ours as humans. Imagine someone who always drinks coffee with 3 spoons of sugar. If you give them coffee without sugar, they can't drink it because they're used to the sweetness. But for someone who's always had it unsweetened, it feels completely normal. The same thing happens with the brain. Someone who spends all day playing video games, even if they like a quiet book, if you put one in front of them, they can't focus because their brain is used to the constant movement, and high levels of fun. The connection with music is similar. Music affects the brain in the same way as sugar or games. It releases dopamine in a big and easy way. Dopamine is the hormone that motivates you to get up, work, study, eat, play, and so on. But if you keep listening to music all the time, your brain starts to get dopamine too easily. And that's how music addiction can happen. You can actually get addicted to music. You feel like you can't live without it. You listen all the time, and you raise the volume constantly. You start craving it like a necessity. Your brain gets used to a certain type of pleasure, and over time, it's the same thing that happened with the cat I raised. After enjoying the proper food, it wouldn't eat the simple bread anymore. The same happens to you. You get up to work or study, but it feels boring and unappealing because your brain isn't used to normal, quiet activity. Normally, our brain needs to live a balanced life. It can't be constantly stimulated for long periods. If you give it music all the time, that high level of pleasure becomes normal. And if you take it away, you can't focus properly. So even ordinary things like sitting, working, or walking feel boring to your brain. When your brain gets used to constant music, silence becomes painful. You can't focus, you can't relax, and your mind stays restless. Because when you listen to music all the time, it slowly loses its effect. It stops feeling good, it stops moving you, and it turns into nothing more than an escape. You put on your headphones, the sound is there, but inside you feel nothing. And when music reaches that point, you need to understand the truth. It's no longer pleasure, it's addiction. Music is supposed to be something enjoyable. It's meant to make you feel good. And if that's no longer happening, then simply put, you're addicted. This is just one of the harms of music. That constant noise in your head. That mental restlessness. Learning to sit in silence, learning to listen to your own thoughts, that matters. Now you might say, but you said earlier that music can help you work better, study better, train better. And I agree with you. That part is true. But just like I told you, music is like medicine. It has benefits and side effects. Imagine you have a toothache and you buy medicine to calm the pain. The first day it works, the second day it works, but over time, the effect fades. The medicine only calms the pain in the early days. After that, the pain is still there. And if you keep taking too much of it, it can seriously damage your health. Sometimes more than the tooth itself. The same thing happens with music and with any other addiction. Imagine lighting a cigarette. The first one feels good. The second one too. You start to feel that pleasant rush. But after a while, you're not smoking for pleasure anymore. You're smoking just to avoid the crash. The sweetness disappears, and what remains is the burden. You end up doing it just to return to a normal state, and all that initial pleasure disappears. The same happens with music. For example, you start studying with music, and it helps at first. But over time, as you get used to it, all those benefits fade, and eventually, you don't feel anything at all. Here's where the problem starts. Your brain has a part called the basal ganglia, which links your behaviors. If you drink coffee and smoke cigarettes, over time, you'll crave them wherever you go. The same happens when you get used to studying with music. Every time you study, you'll feel like you need music. The problem is, one day those benefits disappear. You're left consuming something with side effects, but no real gain. In short, music can become a ticking time bomb in your brain, slowly causing widespread damage. So we still haven't answered our question, should we listen to music or not? The answer, which you probably don't want to hear, is this. It's often better to remove music completely. Music is something you could do without, and that's actually the healthy choice. But at the same time, music is beautiful. It can add flavor to life and even help you, as long as you use it in the right way. How? There are two main ways to use music. You can use it for productivity, to study more, work more, train harder, or for enjoyment. Let's start with productivity. Treat music like caffeine. Coffee gives you energy, but you don't drink it all the time. Otherwise, one day it stops working. You need to take it for a period, then stop, and return to it later to keep its effect. The same goes for music. Use it in cycles to maintain its benefits. You need to learn how to control your music consumption. You have to stop yourself before reaching the addiction stage. Treat music like medicine, like a tool that gives you energy when you need it. Let's take studying as an example. you should train yourself to study without music. But on days when you feel tired or unmotivated, that's when you use music to help you study. Or if you've never studied before and you're just starting, use music in the beginning to make it easier. Then, later on, study without it. You can also do the opposite, study all year without music, and when exams get close, bring music back to boost your focus. The same applies to sports. Get used to training without music. But when you're exhausted or not feeling it, turn music on and train. Or if you're new to training, use music in the first days to push yourself. Work is the same. When motivation is low, use music. Everyone has a different situation. That's why I didn't want to just tell you, do this or don't do that. I wanted you to understand the whole picture and build a system that works for you. I always want you to be the manager of yourself, the one who creates his own plan. When it comes to pleasure, if you love listening to music, go ahead, enjoy it. But at the same time, be careful not to become addicted. If an artist you like releases a song, it's okay to play it again and again to feel that joy. But wearing headphones all day, every day, non-stop, that's not pleasure. That's addiction. Always ask yourself, am I listening because I genuinely enjoy it, or just because I'm hooked? Music addiction is something that can quietly harm your life, and I'm speaking from experience. My own addiction to music was extreme. I couldn't even sleep without it. It consumed me. So enjoy music, but set limits. Listen to it, feel it, but don't let it take control of your life.